Here is your fresh milk delivery, right to your door. Oh, and here comes the next edition of the Walla Walla Garden City Gazette, Walla Walla's hometown newspaper. Today's issue is May 19th, 1894. Mrs. Dr. Kaler entertained a number of friends at a progressive euchre Thursday evening in honor of Mrs. Regler of Portland. Captain Johnson won the Gentleman's Progressive Prize, a bronze paper knife, and Frank Sharpstein the Consolation Prize, a back-scratcher. Miss Minnie Sharpstein won the Ladies' Progressive Prize, a bunch of beautiful paper violets, and Mrs. Goldman the Consolation Prize, a Japanese cup and saucer. Starbuck items. A Gazette representative spent 2 very enjoyable days in Starbuck this week and was much surprised at the improvements being made there. The Union Pacific has erected a 15-stall roundhouse, and it will be heated by steam and lighted by electricity from a powerhouse which is nearing completion. A very complete machine shop has been built, which will facilitate repairing damages to machinery. Starbuck is a prosperous little city located just a few miles from Walla Walla. Work of hoodlums. Wednesday evening, while the regular prayer meeting at the M.E. Church South was being held, a large stone was thrown through the window by some evil-disposed person. The missile barely missed Reverend Taggart, who was conducting the services. If the miscreant is captured, he should be severely dealt with. Bruce Farrell met with a very painful accident last Friday while driving some horses from his farm to his pasture on the mountainside. He forsook his saddle mare for a few moments to head off an unruly colt that had taken to the thicket, when a severe pain in the calf of his leg caused him to halt. Upon examination, it was discovered that a blood vessel had ruptured. He was very sick for several hours, and when he reached home was quite exhausted. In the home circle, chat with Miss Adeline Harper, our society critic, on spring cleaning. Yes, it is here again, the season of house cleaning, to be received with various degrees of welcome or displeasure by the different members of the family. Every house should have a thorough cleaning at least once a year, if no other reason influences the housekeeper but to prevent the accumulation of dust and dirt which might breed disease. When taking up carpets, be careful every tack is placed in a bowl or box, for not only is it extremely painful to step on a rusty tack, but also dangerous, and should be the care of every housewife to see that none are left laying about. A recipe for bannocks. Stir to a cream 1.25 pounds of brown sugar and 1 pound of butter. Beat 6 eggs, mix them with the sugar and butter. Add a teaspoonful of cinnamon or ginger. Stir in 1.75 pounds of white Indian meal and 1/4 pound of wheat flour. Bake in small cups and let them remain in them till cold. Penitentiary. Mr. Charles Elmer, editor of the Colfax Gazette, is making a study of state and county institutions. The state of Washington has probably the best and most economically conducted penitentiary in the United States. Warden J.H. Koblenz has recently undergone some great improvements. He has added an additional wall built so that 4 acres are enclosed instead of the original 2 acres. A substantial hospital is now being erected entirely by convict labor even the iron gratings being the work of convict blacksmiths. Mr. Koblenz noted that the production on the jute mill was down. The jute mill was located on the penitentiary grounds, which provided from convict labor grain sacks for the farmers. Having been giving 3 warm meals a day in place of 2 as formerly, increased production and the attitude of the prisoners. The prison now has about 100 hogs fattening in the pens and no longer purchases lard or tallow. The Garden City Gazette, issued every Saturday by the Gazette Publishing Company, number 18 Main Street. Subscription rates: 1 year, $1, 6 months, 50 cents, 3 months, 25 cents, and single copies, only 5 cents. All caused by a kiss. A kiss imprinted on his sweetheart's lips has involved Henry Ives. Several months ago, Ives met and wooed Miss Anne Rafferty, a comely young woman living in Manchester Township. His wooing soon ripened into a betrothal. Miss Rafferty had told him during their tryst that she would permit none but her future husband to give her a lover's kiss, and her coyness won Henry's heart. When about to go away one evening several weeks ago, Mr. Ives gave his sweetheart a long parting kiss, during which the gold filling in Miss Rafferty's teeth came out. She told him of her mishap, thinking he would compensate her for her loss. He did not, however, and now Miss Rafferty has retained counsel and has brought suit against Ives. She has had her teeth refilled and is furnishing her lawyer with a bill of the expenses. The young woman's suit has frightened Mr. Ives, and the engagement is off.